Green flag is out.
Big jump out of the gate for Mike Savage on the outside. He gets away from Pence and brought Cameron Jeske with him on the top there. Look at the west turn. Gets cleared by Jeske, and Colton Schultz decides to try his luck on the high side as well and bringing Casey Garber with him. Garber was able to get around Jeske on the initial start there. High side seems to be where we're going. Let's go downstairs to Jeremy, don't know if you're talking, but we can't hear you right this second. Tommy and I both can't hear anything. Brandon Evers back out on the racetrack, though. We'll see if we can get Jeremy's mic working. Cameron Jeske looking on the inside of Mike Savage. Sliding up the racetrack. Lead the lap. 4 in the books, 41 to go, and Cameron Jeske away with Tristan Miller. That car that was sounding a little sick and for qualifying early, they still not sounded healthy. And he's off the pace. Looks like he might be pulling in here. Jeske leading the way. Colton Schultz off the second. In the 3 Garber. Remember, the 168 car was originally going to be scheduled to drive by Cameron and Casey's father. Casey was putting that car on Friday, so they said, you know what, let's race him now. Instead, as Garber's in some live traffic, he gets around in, now trying to get to work on the 64 of Landon Edwards. It's all about 31 seconds to go. back bumper Landon Edwards. I think there's 4 State Line Speedway championships in this style of car represented in that power right here. Edwards is a lap down. Remember, he had that position on the start. Richardson bobbling again there in the 33 as he's trying to stay out of the way of Savage there. Casey Jeffers going to be at the booster in the Western and his brother Cameron. Up front, Colton Schultz has a 2.3 second lead over Casey Garber. Let's see who's quicker on this lap. Schultz has a 20.9. Yellow is Mike Savage. So right on the Andrew Lee almost gets into him there. Green flag is out. Casey Jeske giving a push to Casey Garber. Now those two had a little bit of a disagreement at the Fall Classic last year. Casey was driving his own car that night, the 16. Garber gets the lead away, and Casey Garber leads it. Just talking about the Fall Classic, and then all of a sudden here we are. That was the think about it. That was the last race we did was the Fall Classic. Colton Schultz fighting back on the inside though. This battle's not over yet. Schultz and Garber, the 2 top dogs in mini stocks in the Northwest for the last 5 years in a row. Battling out side by side for an Apple Cup victory. Schultz and Garber side by side. Garber sticks the right sides off on that runoff pavement just a little bit to give himself a nice little run, but Schultz fights back on the bottom. Schultz taking that 5/100th of a second. Garber falls in line. He's going to try to set up the crossover here. Schultz flies to it, slams the door in Garber's face. Schultz clear for the time being, and Casey Jeske's gotten around Cameron.
And while those two in front are battling, Jeske is catching the top 2. You can see that right there.
Oh, but he's losing it in the West turn. That 168 car is so loose in the West turn. And that's not going to be the bottom going to the dog leg there because Cameron's able to get a run on the inside of his brother, and he's going to take the spot into the West turn. Watch the difference in these cars' attitudes as they come off the turn. Not as profound there, but keep your eyes on those 2 black and orange Jeske cars here for a lap, and we'll see if it's as profound as it has been. Through the dog leg here, Cameron Jeske in the 8, Casey in the 168. Let's see if it continues again here in the West turn. Cameron rolls, and yeah, you can see it right there. Cameron just rolls through the West turn a lot better, where Casey kind of bobbles. He has to fight a little bit, just a little bit of a fishtail on the back of that 168. It's just enough to disrupt your rhythm. And on a real track like Tri-City Raceway, that is so important to be on your mark every single time.
Colton Schultz, he's on a rhythm right now.
Oh, but he just had a puff of smoke.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. He's on fire.
I gotta get out of here. I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
Colton Schultz saw it glowing orange when he came by there on the infield. Red flag, safety crew on, and he is out of the car immediately, race fans. Let's hear it for Colton Schultz.
He's like, holy crap, I'm on fire.
Climbing out.
You know, Greg, anytime you see fire, and anytime a motorsports event, it's a scary thing.
Andy Brown. Good run on him. Andy Brown's no slouch in this type of car. He was back in the late 90s, early 2000s. He was a force to be reckoned with in this style of car. Moved up to what was then known as super stocks. That class has kind of evolved into what we know as the pro late models today. But anything to throw. But he's back home now in the mini stocks. Here he is running in 4th right now in that 27 car. Up at the front, though, Casey Garber and Cameron Jeske having a battle right now for the race lead. Someone dipped their right sides off of the dirt, didn't quite see who the dirt was coming from. And 6-8 or Tim talked about it on the broadcast last night. He went up and showed the race fans that runoff pavement up there, that was designed as a safety feature. Right there where the leaders are right now, there's about a 2-foot wide strip of asphalt that was done as a safety feature to try to help the cars slow a little bit more speed. So they're not just hitting that dirt and just going for a ride. They have a little bit more runoff area in case something disastrous happens. Well, you put asphalt on the racetrack, the drivers are going to find it. And it's actually become part of the line around here at Tri-City Raceway. It's right there out of the dog leg, down that entire straightaway. And it's really been a little bit, it's changed the entire line out of the dog leg towards the west turn of the racetrack. As well. Now let's see if Casey's car has gotten any better in the dog leg. Nope, there's that slide again. And Casey in the 168. Casey Garber had a little bit of a slide as well. And 17 laps to go for Garber.
Well, it looks like Cameron Jeske is not.
No, Cameron's hungry. Cameron has been strong here. Not to be out. His brother Casey won that Herman Simon Championship. Big slide from Andy Brown there. The 27-51 of Andrew McKee off the pace heading to pit road. He makes it back to pit road, but the 52 McKee is going to pull in. First time out in that race car. That's the Casey Garber. Jeremy's following him to see if maybe Jeremy can get some word on the 52. That car was built as a twin to that 96 car. Andrew's first time out in that car. There's 3 cars out of that shop. Brandon Smith not here tonight, but he is on those mini stocks. We just got another one there at the 51, and it looks like Jeremy parking it there, and he's gonna kind of just hang out for now. He made his way to the 51 pit stall, so he's going to be there waiting for him. Meanwhile, on the racetrack, up to 13 laps to go now for Casey Garber. 168 is getting looser and looser, guys. Something with the handle or what's going on, but man, that 168, he is just wicked loose out of the turn. If he gets on the podium, we're going to need Jeremy to ask him about that handle because this is getting worse and worse. Almost contact there. Right in the third. Landon Edwards going back out for another attempt at it here.
Meanwhile, Casey Garber starting to walk away.
11 laps to go. 27 Brown going way up top to try to get around lap track. Something going on the last time he scored, but Casey Garber is the race leader. 10 to go on the scoreboard. 10 to go on the scoreboard. Jimmy's got up on the gate. So McKee climbing out of the car, mechanical issue on his debut race. As the last lap we're down to 9, 8 for Casey Garber, and the gap is increasing. It looks like Jessica was able to hang tight a little bit, but Casey's pulling away a little bit here now. You see the super late models making their way up. Vintage Modifieds will be next. Drivers were told in the drivers' meeting, if you're getting put a lap down, stay to the bottom. They want the lap cars on the bottom. They were told that in the drivers' meeting. Had some issues in various classes at this racetrack over the years where lap drivers can't make up their mind on where they want to go. Fast cars have been wadded up at these racetracks, so didn't want anything like that. They were very, very clear in the driver's meeting. If you did put a lap down, inside. We want you on the inside. We want the leaders going by you. Drivers have done a good job of obeying that here as we reach 5 laps to go for Casey Garber.
Garber, he is slicing through the left corner like it's nothing. Getting around Palmer right there.
Cameron in the 8 car, Casey's in the 168. And again, I'm just so happy to see Andy Brown up there 4th in the 27. He has been outstanding. Especially after missing qualifying. This qualifying, and here he is, up in the top 4. Being very, very happy to see him possibly take home the top 5 here. Coming to 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Casey Garber. It's up to a straightaway between himself and Cameron Jeske. Troy Blanton's got the white silk in his hand. It's 5,050 white flag ball. Casey Garber through turn 1. Through the dog leg. To the inside of Mike Savage. Casey Garber, the monkey, is finally off his back. He wins at Tri-City Raceway.